Here we go again. Got my favorite voodoo doll out, Kirk Cousins. Nah, man, this guy to sit up there and, like I said, from a man with a family standpoint of view, great move. Was it 3 years, 84 million, 28 million a year? Top top money maker, top money maker. It's been documented. You guys know how I feel about this cat. Like I said, he's a decent quarterback. He's a pretty good quarterback and stuff like that. Is he worth 28 million a year? Hell no. He's not worth 28 million a year. No quarterback, in my opinion, is worth 28 million a year. But it's not about me being in some guy's pocket. But I'm just saying, from a football standpoint of view, when you're trying to build a team, it's like, how much money do some of these guys have? Remember, Cousins has already banked 44 mil over the past 2 years. You follow? 16 and 17 season, right? Over $22 million per year, franchise. Again, I love to throw this out. His career record, 26-30-1. The last 3 years, 24-23-1. That's it. A defunct NFC East when Dallas was missing Romo and Dez. They go 9-6, 9-7, win the East, get hammered by Green Bay, and Cousin gets an alternate Pro Bowl selection. Okay? Please. Has he thrown for some yards? Yes. He's put up some nice stats. Don't mean anything. All those nice stats and you sitting at home means nothing. He is yet to win 10 games. He's yet to win 10 games. As since they always throw that out with quarterbacks and stuff. He has not won 10 games yet. Okay? So, but his, and I'm like, it's something. And in the past 2 years, 16 and 17, you're looking at somebody that's 15, 16, and 1. His average of his time starting is basically 7 and 8. That's what he gives you, 7 and 8, and he gets $28 million a year. He gets an $84 million contract. Okay? I mean, Jimmy G, 27.5. He's giving you 7 games in 2 years. He's been in the league since 2014. 2014, he's been in the league. 27.5. Right? Go down to Matthew Stafford. I like Matthew Stafford. I think Matthew Stafford is a hell of a quarterback. Matthew Stafford has no signature wins, though. Has none. Now, he got his contract at the beginning of the 17 season, right when the season was getting ready to start. That was, I think it was $27 million. Right? He's averaging 7 and 8 the last couple of years. He's been, it was like he's on those teams, but if the quarterback get a lot of blame and they get a lot of press. 16 and 17 season, 18 and 14. 2015, 2016, 15 and 15. Like I said, an average of 7 and 8. You're paying them $27 million, no signature wins. Been to 2 playoff games, no signature wins. Put up some stats. He's the only thing there. I got it. I get it. If you want to say that, say, man, they wouldn't be. I got that. 12 or 13, 14 million. I'm like, how much bread you need? You get all you want. That's not about me hating on these guys' money. Get your money. I'm just saying from a fan standpoint of view and football standpoint of view, I'm like, it doesn't add up. Used to be your upper echelon quarterbacks got the bread. Let's keep on moving. Derek Carr. I already talked about Derek Carr. Derek Carr's a up young gun coming up and everything. He got paid at the beginning of the season as well. It was the 2017 season. They gave him 25 mil, right? He basically got his bonus from 15 and 16 where he went 19 and 12. He went 12 and 4 in the 2016 season before he got hurt. I think they could have made a deal. That was just one of them years where it's like the Raiders have basically had everything. They could, if they have him at quarterback, I wouldn't have been strange for me to see them make the Super Bowl. It just, they had one of those teams. But unfortunately, they disintegrated. Them guys started reading their own press clippings. I'm telling you, that's what basically happened. And Jack Del Rio just lost him. Jack Del Rio lost him. My man over the past 2 years, his career is 28 and 34. Now, the money that what got him that money was, I think, was 15 of I want to say maybe 14 and 15 or 15 16, 15 and 16. He threw 60 touchdowns. They had to lock him up as a quarterback. I said last Yeah, I said, I'm like, give me something this year. Show me something. Don't 12-4, great. Is it a fluke? But they gave him the money anyway. I mean, I know you had to pay him, but I'm like, nah, I can't conceive going over 20. Can't conceive really going over 19. You know what I'm saying? So 30 touchdowns, 60 touchdowns, 30 touchdowns again in 2 years. That's what got the money. Okay? Can't even say the average, you know what I'm saying? Not winning any games, though. Now, we go over here to who they got as a Drew Brees. Drew Brees just got two-year contract for $50 million. That's $25 a year. Sorry, a 40-year-old quarterback, a quarterback in the late 30s, I'm not giving you $25 million a year. Now, the New Orleans Saints were in the position that they were in this year because of Kamara, of the emergence of Kamara and the steady play of Mark Ingram and a recharged defense. That's why. Brees is going to do what Brees does. He's a great quarterback. He's a future Hall of Famer. Tons of yards, tons of everything that you could ask for. But the last 3 years, 14, 15, and 16, like I've said, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7. I'm sorry, 7-9, 7-9, 7-9. All them yards. And nobody wants to put things upon him. And like I said, a guy sit up there talk about I was on LSD when I said, why isn't Drew Brees, why hasn't people pointed the finger at Drew Brees a little bit more for the egg that he laid in the first half against the Vikings? He don't lay an egg in the first half going over 44% passing, 44% completion rate, 2 picks, and barely 100 yards. If he plays the way he played in the second half or the way he did the week before that against Carolina, they didn't have to dig themselves out of a hole. They'd have blown them out. But y'all giving them this. They have a Super Bowl team. They may go. I don't see giving him 25 million, but he got 25, 2 years, 25 million. He got 25 million based upon an 18-14 record. Average 9-7. Okay? 9-7. But the last 2 years, 16, 17, he got an 18-14 record. Average 9-7, like I said. 3 straight years sitting at the house, like I just mentioned. Now we come to Sam Bradford, who ironically enough, because my main thing is they need to put a cap on these quarterbacks' salary. It's getting ridiculous because I'm just naming guys who out of all of these quarterbacks so far, it isn't but one that's going to be a Hall of Famer that actually has really done something in this list. And these guys are making astronomical money, and that's Drew Brees, but Drew Brees has been in the league since 2001. Okay? Since 2001. So here we go with this. So now you got Sam Bradford, who, like I said, so when he comes in the league in what that was 2010, I believe, he was the last quarterback with a cap. That got a cap after it was Cam, the one that got that. But before him, he got the big because the quarterback salary of rookies coming into the league or coming out of college coming in the league, it was just astronomical, and he got to the point $50 million guaranteed. He hadn't even played it down yet. This joker ain't even probably spent the $50 million that he got when he first came into the league. But now he's going to Arizona off of a 9-8 record over the past 16 and 17. He has never, out of a possible 128 starts, 128 or 129 starts of him being in the league since 2010, right? This guy's missed 49 games. He has played two or three times, twice for sure, that he's played 16 games. Twice in an 8-year career. Career record 34, 45, and 1. 9-8. The last 2 years. An average of 4-4 because he doesn't play. 49 games he has missed since he's been in the league. 49. No durability. He's getting $20 million to go over to Arizona. We'll see what happens. Case Keenum. 7-4 average. 15-8. Caught lightning in a bottle. They did what they did. He started like 9 games over there. I think the Rams. He went 4-5 or something like that. And then with 11-4, whatever, he went here 15-8. 20-18 record in 41 games. That's the only amount of games he's played. And he's been in the league since I think 2010, 2011. He's only played in 41 games. This was his first year that he played over 10 games. First year in his 5-year career. He's getting $18 million 2 years over there in Denver. Unreal. Now you got Blake Bortles. 6-10, his average. 13-19 the last 2 years. 16-17. Career 21-40. He just got a 3-year, $54 million contract, 17.5 a year. Now, like I said, I've named all these guys right here quarterbacks. None of your top echelon quarterbacks. They're not eating. Some of them got some of the salaries is higher than some of these guys' salary. But because that's who they are. But those guys' contracts are getting ready to come up. So when someone like Kirk Cousins is never supposed to set the market. He does not supposed to set the market based on what? Like I said, now he's with the Cleveland Browns. Tyrod Taylor. I just go back. I told you their records are the same, similar. You could go find what Kirk Cousins did of mediocrity and not even pay not even close to that type of money. Not even close. It's not a knock on Tyrod Taylor. I'm just saying, if I'm paying somebody, you're paying for a quarterback to give you mediocrity. No, quarterbacks making that amount of money, they're supposed to give you mediocrity. They're supposed to give you conference championships, divisional round championships, and AFC, NFC championships, and possible Super Bowls. And you're getting paid that much, or at least you're there all the time. Dan Marino went to 1 Super Bowl, never made it back. His team was constantly in the playoffs, though. They were in the hunt. They were winning that division. They were in the hunt. Jim Kelly went to 4, but they were, them guys are constantly in the hunt. Constantly in the hunt. Brett Favre, constantly in the hunt. Aikman, constantly in the hunt. You're supposed to be constantly in the hunt. Not somebody sitting at home for a few years or whatever, and because the market is messed up a certain way, you got a team bent over the barrel, and you good at them, and that's that. And then all of a sudden, you're making this amount of money, and you have not showed anything. And I've already went through the Kirk Cousins, this whole scenario, and everybody, look, get your money. From that standpoint of view, you got a family, get all you want, because when the game is done with you, they done with you. But when you're trying to build a team, it's guys are never going to see that amount of kind of money. So Kirk Cousins, because he got a measly $3 million signing bonus, but his base salary is going to be 28. He just made 44 over the past 2 years. 44 added on to that. This joking to clean. This joking to went to the bank. His agent his agent. Please, man. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. When does it stop? Now, it's people coming up. Aaron Rodgers, he gonna want to get money. Matt Ryan, but see, my thing is, how much more money do you need? You've already made millions of dollars. You've already made that. So if it's a team thing at this particular time, you won't take all of that. We need to build here. Get free that stuff up. I'm good. I got 150, 200 mil in the bank, or 80, 90, or $100 million in the bank. I'm trying to go out on top. We need some pieces. Use some of mine to get some pieces. I'm good. I'm just trying. I ain't got but a couple of years left. That's what makes Brady special. I already spoke about this once before. He gonna get his, but at the same time, though, it's like, so now all these quarterbacks, with the exception of Drew Brees, okay, these guys haven't given you anything as of yet. But these guys, you're talking about, what are we talking about here, man? Man, you talking about what? Almost close to $200 million here? All right, at $170, $180 million? It's ridiculous. And I want to see what Cousins is going to do. Because with that defense that Minnesota had, which was great defense and everything, after that second half, they never was the same defense that got them basically in the playoffs. And they was outscored tremendously in the second half against the Saints, and then when they played against Philly. They got scorched right at 50 some odd points in the last in 6 quarters. So that might be something you got to look at. Something might have been, what I mean by that is it's like something was figured out. It's like something got figured out. So we see a weak point over here. This is not as good as we thought it was. And then all of a sudden, it ends up rearing its head going into the next season. And then it just snowballs from there. So we'll see what ends up happening, though. But that's a lot of money for guys who has not done anything in this league yet. And I thought it was like Shannon Sharp said. He said quarterback is the only position where you ain't really got to show anything to get paid. Because, you eventually have to. But in a nutshell, it's like, you got to earn everything else in any other position. That we paying you just off the top, and you haven't done shit yet. So we'll see what happens, man. I just find it ironic that this mammoth amount of money, and for guys with barely even any winning records on here, and the guy that got the most, and I've been screaming about this, 26-30-1. How does that happen? I thought you got rewarded for being the best. Numbers don't mean it's wins. The common denominator is wins, because you cannot because you throwing the ball 45 times a game. A guy gonna have 400 yard passing and a couple touchdowns and 4 or 5, 2 or 3 picks. You're gonna get that. Where's the team going though? That's my point. Thank y'all for checking me out. Appreciate the likes. Check me out. Subscribe to my page. Subscribe to my page here. Everything Football 62. Check me out over there at Twitter. You can follow me over Twitter and whatnot. And we'll be back. We'll be back later on this week sometime. Y'all have a good one.